So I went to Dollar Tree and I decided to do a Dollar Tree pillow dupe for fall. And I'm going to be using these super cute tote bags, and they have really adorable designs. I made sure to get extras for another DIY. The original idea for this pillow comes from this Kirkland's pillow, which is $27.99. But I saw my crafty friend LaParsha with creating it myself make it in one of our latest collabs. Make sure to check her out and subscribe. Hey, I'm Daniela with DD's Art Workshop. If you like staying on a budget and DIYs, you're in the right place. So make sure to like and subscribe. This video is part of the Recreation Inspiration Open Challenge hosted by Connie's Creative Creations and 6 Kids in a Glue Gun. Now let's jump right in and let's get crafty. I was originally gonna reverse this tote bag to make my pillow, but then I decided not to do that because I kind of like this little design. It's all about the journey. It's very, very cute. I love it. So what I decided to do is to turn over my tote bag and just work on this other side. Now I did notice that my tote bag was a little bit wrinkly and it was really kind of annoying me a little bit. So I decided to iron it just to get all those wrinkles out. And here's my Molly. I guess she wants to help. She's always my little sidekick and literally sits next to me when I craft or do anything. So we're gonna go ahead and just get those wrinkles out because we want our surface to look really nice, or our fabric to look nice. So first things first, I'm gonna use my scissors and I'm gonna remove the little straps from the tote bag. And at first I left a little of the straps, but later I'm gonna cut those off, you'll see. But go ahead and cut those off because we're not gonna be needing those. Now please be sure to get a carton or something very thick and put in between of your tote bag because the paint is gonna bleed if you do not do this part. You're also gonna be needing this for when you draw your scarecrow on your pillow. So here, as you can see, I have on my computer what I'm going off of, which is the Kirkland's pillow, and it doesn't have to be exactly like it. You're just kind of getting an idea, and your ruler really comes in handy because you want to go ahead and make it as centered as possible. And it's a very simple face. I did want to change it, you guys, because I love scarecrows. I really love making scarecrows. I just think they're super adorable, but I tried keeping it as similar as possible because it is a dupe. So I really try to keep it, we're trying to make it a replica or similar at least. So anyway, guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a very, very simple face. And make sure you do draw lightly because I did notice that when I do erase, it really messes up the fabric. So make sure that you're kind of sure where you want your design. Okay, and now we are ready to paint. I'm going to be using this Apple Barrel Nutmeg Brown for the top of my pillow, and Apple Barrel is a more affordable brand of paint. If you're trying to go the more affordable route, that's a affordable brand. Also Craft Smart, and usually this paint doesn't go on as well on some surfaces, I've noticed, but for this particular DIY it is going on perfectly. So if you're trying to stay on the low budget, and if you don't have acrylic paints and you want to do this DIY, you can totally get Craft Smart and Apple Barrel because they are, like I said, a little cheaper, but you know what, it's working perfectly for this one, guys. And it's gonna take a little bit to paint because it is fabric, so go ahead and just take your time and relax, watch a movie or listen to a podcast or whatever relaxes you. Also, I did notice that when I did paint this, I guess it's gonna need a second coat. It's not needed. If you want like a vintage look, I guess it'll work, but I did decide to do a second coat. You'll see what I'm talking about later, but in the meantime, let's finish this top part of the scarecrow. Now let's speed this up a bit so we can continue on the face. Okay, and now I had these colors in my craft stash and I really loved all of these three and how they combine together, and it's just what I already had at home, so it is what I'm going to be using. So we're going to be doing white and an orange and a yellow for the nose, which is kind of like a candy corn. And I don't know if you guys like candy corn. I know a lot of people don't like the taste. It's all this sugar and who knows what they put in, but I actually love it. So I love how the little nose is like a candy corn, which is super, super cute and so different. For the black paint and for the eyes, I'm going to be using this Craft Wise paint. And it is chalkboard paint, but I love this paint. You guys from Dollar Tree, you probably have heard me say this so many times on other videos, but you guys, it's some of the best black paint and some acrylic paint you will find at Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree doesn't really carry a lot of acrylic paints. They used to carry, I believe, Craft Smart it is, but I haven't seen it in a while. So anyway, I haven't seen this black paint, but when I see it, I always stock up. I buy a few because it's so, so great. Anyways, you guys, just go ahead and just paint the eyes in black. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry the top part of the scarecrow because like I told you guys, it looks like it needs a second coat. You don't need to do it if you don't want to, but I wanted to do a second coat and I just wanted to make sure it was super, super dry before I did it. So I was lightly dabbing to fill in those little spots where I felt it needed. And of course, blow dry once again. Now for the top part of the scarecrow's pillow, I am going to paint it on and I'm just simply gonna write Happy Harvest in cursive. And I didn't use a pencil because I was noticing that I couldn't really see it on the brown, but if you have like maybe you can use like a chalk, but the chalk is probably gonna be a little thick, but maybe a white marker or something if you want to do it that way. I just went ahead and went for it. And I'm not worried about the cursive looking identical to the Kirkland's pillow. I am just writing it in cursive. Now I did go over the letters a few times as I was painting because I really wanted it to be thick on there, and since it is white, you know, the color is lighter, so you do want it to really show up. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You can even change it to your own style. The fun part about this is that it's your own creation, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Now I did notice that the Kirkland's pillow does have a white inside of the dark eyeball of the scarecrow, so I was like debating whether to add it or not because I already liked it as is, but we are trying to get it as similar as possible. I didn't place it exactly where theirs was, but I liked it, and of course me adding stuff, I'm adding just a tiny little dot on top of that white, and I think it looks adorable. Now here's the part I was telling you earlier. I had left the straps, just a tiny little strap on there, and I decided to cut it off. I hadn't done it initially because I was afraid it was gonna come unsewn or something like that, but it didn't. So anyway, moving along, I had this fiber fill, and I'm gonna go ahead and stuff my pillow, and you can find this as low as $2.99. I already had this at home, so I'm not really sure how much this one was, this particular brand. Now I did break apart my fiber fill into smaller pieces so it wouldn't be the pieces wouldn't be as large. If you just put like all of it in there, I think it can be a little lumpy. So I just tore it apart and slowly stuffed it, and you want it to really fill in the corners and really be nice and fluffy. Okay, and now we are ready to seal the pillow, and I am not gonna sew this part. I don't do the sewing. I mean, I just know the basics, but I just think it's so much easier to just hot glue it on, and it's gonna work just the same. Well, at least I think so. So I am using my hot glue gun, and I'm using my Gorilla Glue sticks, and simply just carefully and slowly glue it section by section. And I really love how it's looking, you guys. You can't even tell this is not sewn together, and I am loving it, you guys. Just wait and see the final results. Here, once again, I want to make sure that my fiber fill is really spread out inside my pillow, and I want to make sure it's really on the corners, that way the corners are nice and fluffy as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that before I completely seal my pillow. Please stick around to see the final look and how I'm gonna put this little look together. So you guys, I purchased this scarf. It's like a scarf, but I'm using it as decor. I purchased it at Target Dollar Spot. These fluffy pillows are from Five Below, and I love them, you guys. They are so soft. And now we are adding our little friend, the scarecrow, you guys. I purchased this tray on Amazon, and this beautiful candle is from my sister-in-law. These adorable little mini pine cones smell so good, like fall, and they are from Dollar Tree. These miniature pumpkin clips are from Dollar Tree with little greenery accessories. I believe they're from Dollar Tree, but I always have these around. And my dog mom mug, you guys, which was a gift from my brother. And this is the final reveal for fall. I should have added some coffee to that mug, huh? But stick around because we are gonna change this look, because remember, this pillow is reversible, you guys. How cute is this pillow? I think it's pretty darn cute for $1.25 plus the polyfill, of course, so it's definitely less than 30 bucks. Now this is our look number 2, you guys, and I love it. It's all about the journey. I am so happy that I kept this as a reversible pillow, because you can do 2 looks for 2 different seasons. Let me know which was your favorite, and if you make it, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. This second look reminded me of Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. This is your reminder that the Lord is with you no matter what you're facing today. Thank you so much for crafting with me. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. And of course, don't forget to spread love, kindness, and stay crafty.